Hi and welcome back. If you're new to the channel, my name is Vince. Thanks very much for stopping by. So a previous comment on an earlier video caused me to look at an NMN Supplier's website, and having done so has now prompted this video where I'm going to do a full review. Interesting, there are some suspicious telltale markers about NMN Suppliers that you will need to be aware of when you're searching out a source for your NMN. So let's take a look at this new NMN Suppliers website. So here we are again inside my computer, and the company we're going to look at today is Vita Mondo. Vita, I assume, for vitality, and Mondo, if it's Italian, means world or earth, so the world of vitality. This is a company with addresses in California and Finland, so not necessarily an Ali dropshipping website, or is it? I chose this site because AHAF made this comment. Hi and thanks for this channel. You're more than welcome. I'm glad you enjoy it. What do you think about this product? And then he leaves a link, which we'll look at in just a second. It's quite inexpensive to compare the rest of what is to be seen on the market. So let's have a look at Vita Mondo. We'll look at the website. We can look at their third-party test certificates, and we can look at the cost. So let's take a look at their homepage. This is it, Vita Mondo. We'll scroll straight to the bottom to begin with, and you can see here that we've got the two addresses in California and in Finland. Scroll back to the top. So how long has Vita Mondo been trading? Well, according to name.com, the site has been up since June 2019. So they're about 1 year old as I make this video. And as I've said before, 1 year old or new websites aren't necessarily bad, it just means they're new. If you think back to the 15th of September 1988, Google was only 1 year old, and they seem to be doing okay at the moment. So if you look in the header here, you can see it's got free worldwide shipping, so that's great. When you look at the cost, if they're going to ship it to you worldwide free, that's obviously a bonus. More on their free worldwide shipping later. And then if you look down here, this sidebar, I quite like this sidebar, very nice. They've got a health blog. So we'll have a look at their blog, the Vita Mondo health blog. So fitness and sports nutrition, memory and cognitive enhancers. These supplements and herbal extracts are best avoided. And that's it. So 3 blogs in 1 year. It's a blog every 4 months. That's okay. Their blog is obviously not overly worked. Back to the homepage, and I've got to admit, at first glance, I quite like this. I quite like this homepage. Looks good, so it gets the thumbs up off me. So let's look at the Vita Mondo products and the cost. So this sidebar here, which I quite like, nice, easy to use sidebar. Pay attention, do not age.org. I thought I would have found in longevity and anti-aging, the NMN, but it doesn't seem to be here. Not a problem. If you type in NMN into the search bar, you'll find it. But also, if you scroll down, top selling products, you've got NMN here. So this is their page. Not too bad at all. First red flag is that the only method of payment that they will accept is PayPal. So no other payment gateway. And we'll come on to possible reasons for that later on. So that's a first red flag. So let's look at the cost. So we've got $24.65 for 50 grams of NMN. Works out at about 50 cents a gram. Now I've looked at their certificate of assay, and I know that their certificate of assay says that their purity is 99.26%. Now most suppliers that will sell you NMN, which is over 99% pure, are going to charge you around $4 a gram. this site is going to charge you 50 cents, so $3.50 a gram cheaper. Now, if that's not a red flag, I've got a bridge that I could sell you. So the third red flag is the packaging. This silver foil packaging, very reminiscent of the packaging that you get from AliExpress. So let's pop over to AliExpress. We'll type in NMN and we'll have a look for, there we go. So lots of silver foil packaging containing NMN. Let's see if we can find Vitamondo NMN. So let's look at this picture. So there sits on a bed of green moss, algae, I suppose. I don't know. We'll see if we can find that. So we'll scroll down. Here we have 3 similar kind of pictures, and you can buy these from the China Lover store. Okay, so let's have a closer look at the China Lover store. Getaway, 50 grams. So let's look at the picture. So the first thing, we've got this prominent crease on the right side, and if we look at Vitamondo, we have very similar crease here on the right hand side. Let's go back here, and on this picture on the China Lover store, we've got a small red semicircle in the top right corner. Vitamondo, similar red circle. And then if you look down at the bottom here, in the bottom right corner, you'll see 2 prominent green bumps in the moss that are in the front of the silver packaging. And we'll go to the AliExpress site, and you can see there the same 2 bumps. So I'm confident that this is this, and all you've got is a photoshopped label over the top. This one says Vitamondo with a strip there that says Vitamondo, and this is from the Lover, or the China Lover store. So I'm happy that those are both the same products. So let's now look at their certificates of assay. First of all, the China Lover store. We'll scroll down, and that is their certificate of assay there. And you'll see manufacturer date, certificate date, expiration date, and we've got April the 9th, 2020, April the 10th, 2020, and expires on April the 8th, 2022. Let's look at Vitamondo and their certificate of assay. Manufactured 9th of April 2020, certificate April 10th, 2020, expires the 8th of April 2022. So those sets of dates are exactly the same, as is this batch number, LYPH 200-409. LYPH 200-409. So I'm happy the dates and the batch number are exactly the same. If you look at the watermark, it's a kind of a flourish and an LF in the center. And if you look at the Vitamondo one, it's the same green watermark with the words LF in the center. Now, if you also look at this silver star stamp, the right edge of it there just touches the C in the word corrector, and the left edge there cuts over the last Chinese character of the quality assurance officer's name. And if we look at the AliExpress certificate, you'll see the right edge just touches corrector, and the left edge cuts through the last character of the quality assurance officer's name, and those 3 characters I checked are identical. So I'm quite happy that these 2 certificates of assay are identical. And as we've discussed before, it's not really a third-party test if the first party is sending it off, getting it tested, and saying to you, trust me, this is someone who I know, and has said that my certificate of assay, or my assay of my product is 99.26% pure. So I wouldn't trust this certificate of assay. at all. This is not what I would call a third-party certificate of assay. So let's now look at the cost and how Vitamondo are making their money from AliExpress. So if we look at the AliExpress site, for 50 grams, you're going to pay $18.26. And Vitamondo are going to charge you $24.65 for exactly the same product. That's a markup of $6.39. So payment, this is why I think they might be using PayPal only, is I'm guessing this is possibly a Shopify store, maybe WooCommerce. But if it's Shopify, they use an app called Oberlo. What Oberlo does is when you pay through PayPal on the Shopify site, $24.65, the app will then send $18.65 to the China Lover store, and it will send $6.39 to the Vitamondo store or to the Vitamondo PayPal account. Now, if you remember earlier in the video, we spoke about they doing free worldwide shipping. So let's just look into that. If we scroll down to the bottom of their page, they've got shipping and delivery. And here they say, we strive to bring our customers great products, better value, and good customer service. And this means providing free shipping worldwide. So that makes it sound like Vitamondo have got your best interest at heart and they're paying for your shipping. If we then go back to the China Lover store and scroll down, first thing they say is, we do wholesale and drop shipping, both welcome. For drop shipping, we could send the goods to your customers directly and won't leave information about us if you'd like to. So what they're saying is they will send you China Lover store products with a markup and with Vitamondo's sticker on the front, and they will make sure there are no receipts or any mention whatsoever that your Vitamondo product actually came from the China Lover store. So the next thing is shipping worldwide. And you can see here, two of the methods they use to ship is ePacket and EMS. And if we go back to this one, then they talk about ePacket and EMS. That's free shipping from this site. And I believe ePacket is actually only available on AliExpress. And correct me if I'm wrong, someone might know, it's only available to customers in America. So this China Lover store are making use of the free shipping that they can get while they're in China, and Vitamondo are passing it off as an altruistic act on their part to give you cheap NMN and also to get it to you for free. So that's it on their free shipping worldwide. So I've mentioned drop shipping quite a few times now, and some of you may not be aware of actually what drop shipping is. It used to be teenagers with Shopify sites selling bespoke socks with animal faces on it, or selling fidget spinners, buying them for $1 and selling them for $5 and becoming millionaires. Their stories are all over the internet. It looks as though drop shippers have now stepped up their game and have moved into the supplement industry. Now, it's okay if you spend $5 on a fidget spinner and it arrives in the post and it's a piece of trash, you can just throw it in the bin. But if you're spending $20, $30, $40, $50 on a health supplement that isn't what it claims to be, because the third-party certificate can say more or less anything that the manufacturer wants, it's far more dangerous. So what I've done is put a very small presentation together just to show you exactly how drop shipping works and how products can get from China to you, the customer. So let's look at the drop shipping model, which will also include the orthodox model, which is used by reputable suppliers like DoNotAge.org and Allied by Nature. We'll then look at the AliExpress model, and then we'll look at the dropshipping model, which some may say is done in a way to deceive you, to make you think that you're following the orthodox model that is followed by DoNotAge.org, Alive by Nature, etc. So the first stage is that the NMN is made in a factory in China. The factory will be FDA registered or approved, and good management practices will be adhered to there. Once they've made a massive quantity, they will then ship that on to a reseller, and that will be someone like Alibaba, Epifarm, etc. They will then ship that on, in the first instance, to a reputable supplier in the UK, America, anywhere. Companies like in the UK, DoNotAge, and in America, Alive by Nature. Once these companies have the product, they will then send it for third-party testing. Once they are happy that the product is of the right purity, they will then put it onto their website and they will sell it to you as the consumer. So that's the orthodox model, the way that NMN gets from the factory in China to you as the customer in the UK or in the United States. So let's see how your NMN, resveratrol, etc. will get to you if you buy from AliExpress. So the company, the factory, the manufacturer in China will sell to the Alibaba group. Alibaba will then sell in slightly smaller quantities that NMN to the shops that populate the AliExpress website, and they will only post the third-party test certificate that Alibaba has given them, or they may get the product third-party tested themselves. That's unknown but highly doubtful. So that certificate I don't think really counts. You will then visit the AliExpress website, you will buy the product, and then AliExpress will send it to you. That's how your NMN will get to you if you buy directly from the AliExpress website. So let's look at the third way that your NMN could get to you. As before, the Alibaba group will sell to an AliExpress store. They will post their pointless third-party test certificate. The difference now is that the dropshipper will drop his website between you and AliExpress. They will add their profit and then they will sell to you. You will get exactly the same product as if you bought off AliExpress, but with the dropshipper's profit added. So if you don't want to go through the top route, which is where your product will be third-party tested by a bona fide laboratory such as Micro Quality Labs, you want to go for the cheaper version, which is fine, go straight to AliExpress. The only way to really tell the difference between a quality supplier like DoNotAge.org and a dropshipping store is the third-party test certificate. If they're showing you third-party test certificates from China, then ignore them. If they're showing you a third-party test certificate from a company such as Micro Quality Labs or Summit Labs, then that would be the kind of NMN supplier that you should be looking for.
Well, I hope that helped. If nothing else, at least now you know how an AliExpress dropshipper will get AliExpress items onto their website and sold to you, giving you the impression that it's their product that they stock that you're getting. So I'm going to do the normal summary that I do for each website review, slightly different this time. AK, that comments on my videos, has requested that I give a score to each of the three topic headings and an overall score at the end. So follow along and see how far out we are with our scoring. So first of all, his website. I thought the website was quite good. Either professionally designed or someone that knows how to use WooCommerce or Shopify as an app. Easy to navigate, nice pictures, and easy to work out how much you're going to pay for each of the items. So all in all, for the website, I thought 8 out of 10. So good for that. Certificates. You should know what I think about a third-party test certificate that's given to you by the first party. I don't think they hold any water whatsoever. So 0 out of 10 for that. Cost. So I should be giving 10 out of 10 for cost because the value for money is unbelievable. Unfortunately, I do think it is exactly that. It is unbelievable. So I'd like to hear from Vitamondo. I'd like to hear from the China Lover Store, explaining to me how they can sell 99% pure NMN for less than $1 a gram, when the going rate is between $3.50 and $4.55 a gram. I've got a sneaking suspicion that I'm going to hear from neither. So with regard to cost, I'm going to give them 0 out of 10 because I don't think it's what they say it is. So all in all, 8 out of 30. Let me know in the comments below if you would have given 8 out of 30 or you would have given even less. So the next thing I think we can say is that although Vitamondo do have a quality website, when you look at it, it's as my friend from Texas says sometimes, they seem to be all hat and no cattle, which means outward appearance is good, but when it comes to substance, they are sadly lacking. So I think it may be of benefit when I do further website reviews and when you choose a website, when you choose an NMN supplier, that possibly go for a good website that has quality third-party test certificates and a believable price, or even a mediocre website that has proper third-party test certificates from someone like Micro Quality Labs or Summit, as opposed to an all-singing, all-dancing website that offer poor quality third-party test certificates and a cost that is so low, it is literally unbelievable. That's it for today. I hope this was useful. Thanks again for stopping by. I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye for now.